Because I remember you mentioned the other day where you were like, oh, I don't listen to music anymore when I'm like
I don't
taxi.
Just like ever.
You don't listen to music ever?
I just realized I sat there and I was like, I don't think I've listened to music like in a month.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just don't. Like when I'm having like a taxi ride, I just want silence.
No, I get that. I used to be like that.
Because I need time to think. I realized that when
About what?
Just everything. Because I realized like I had this realization that like I was constantly distracting myself. Like I whenever there was an empty moment, I was always having to play music, watch a YouTube video, play a game. I was like, I never give myself the chance to just like sit there and like think.
I'm sure like 99% of the people out there can relate to that.
Yeah. And so
everyone's
like,
overstimulated.
And I realized that like you need to have that like 10, 20 minutes in the day where you just have nothing, like no stimulation, just to be able to like process everything.
See, that's
dude.
That's my shower time or shit time. You guys.
But I still feel like in the shower somewhat you have like an objective, but you still get to think like you're still doing something, right?
There is well, it's the same way as like being in a taxi. You have the objective of getting you to your destination.
Well, I'm not telling him where to go. I'm not fucking. I'm not directing him.
Yeah, but
I just sit there. I'm like,
with a shower, you just have like the water running, and you just like.
Well, you're just talking about like ritual. Everyone has like a morning ritual.
No,
I think
but
that's
like,
your morning ritual.
You just
right?
need silence sometimes. You need silence.
Well,
I think
that's your morning ritual.
Yeah,
right? Silence. It's kind of like meditating, to be honest. Like thinking is just meditation.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Thinking is just meditation.
I mean, I know you're not supposed to think. But you're not supposed to think when you're meditating,
Well, I'm
but
sure
you
people
get
are
what I
listening
mean.
to this podcast, right, to distract themselves from that moment.
Yeah.
And I implore you to give yourself 5 minutes where you can in the day where you can.
If you use trash
enjoy
taste for
silence.
meditation, I'm sorry.
Medication.
Well, no.
Medication.
Just to like, because I feel like we've become too comfortable in distracting ourselves. And I felt that way too.
It's too easy.
Yeah, it's too easy to
I
like.
wake up, open my packet, TCG pocket, get all basic Pokemon. All right, cool, man. Got my dopamine hit.
but do you just sometimes feel like to me sometimes it depends on the music obviously, but sometimes that helps me like lock in terms of like
I can do.
yeah.
For me, it completely I get the whole like overstimulating thing. I totally agree with that. But like that's why like if I want like a time to just like relax or meditate or just think about things, I put on the appropriate music, whether that be like
Wait, really? You can think with music on?
It depends. It's like I can't obviously like blast fucking Daft Punk and be
I know
like,
you're
all
a
right,
music-
it's time to
you're-
medicate.
you're definitely a
Meditate.
music guy, though.
Why do I
Like
keep saying
you-
medicate? Yeah.
200%.
I don't know why I keep saying medicate. Sorry, meditate. Yeah, but like you can play like very quiet jazz, or you can play like ambient music, like something that's like not too stimulating, but still there's something there.
I don't know. Silence hit different though. Silence hit
For
different.
me, for me, I need to be like, it's weird, okay? Because I actually, when I was jet lagged this time, my jet lag for some reason was like super fucking bad.
Yeah.
And then I tried my meditation techniques that I learned from like when I was at a monk, and it just wasn't hidden. I don't know.
Really?
This time,
Really?
yeah, it just wasn't hidden, and so I don't know if I've changed since I was like younger. So I tried like the meditation technique. So there is also like a walking meditation technique where you're doing the same like breathing techniques and you're getting to that same mental place, but instead of like sitting still, you are like walking like back and forth, like in a certain pattern. And like it took me like 5 minutes and I was like conked the fuck out. So and I realized for me, I concentrate best. Maybe it's my ADHD. I concentrate best when I have some kind of like just subtle like stimulation. So in this case, when I walk from I fucking love walking and just listening to music. This is why I'm a beeps and boops guy. I phase out the music and it's just vibes. And I'm walking and I'm like, that's when I think. That's when I'm like, oh shit.
That's why when I'm like out or I'm like going somewhere, traveling anywhere by like train or whatever, like I always want music on because it's like the best way to just like shut out the world and just be in my own world and like think about things and whatever.
That goes back. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's all right.
I'm not used to this. Well, that goes back to like the 3 a.m. walk. Is like if I listen to like slow jazz, it's like a vibe. Like the jazz.
No, 100%. I agree with that. But also, you can do that at 3 p.m. as well, and it's still a vibe.
There's people.
It's fine.
It's a different vibe. It's sometimes even too strong. Because I remember this one time in university. I don't know if I've already told this up, but I guess I'll repeat it anyway. But I remember this one time in university where, so I was going to my labs. So we have labs every Thursday, and this one week we had a lab in a different building in a different place on the opposite side of campus. So I make a mental note. So I'm like, all right, you're walking here. And then I start walking, put on my music, and I just don't remember the journey. I quick teleported. Like I
Fast travel?
I fast traveled,
travel.
and then I looked up and I was like, why did I end up in the wrong place? I
I've
had
never done that.
I know that feeling. It's like when you're like, all right, here we go. Let's start traveling. And then before you know it, you've activated the wrong loading zone. And you're like, oh, I don't remember getting
How
here.
does that happen?
I don't know.
Because sometimes you just be listening to music and again, you
not
just
locked
like,
in.
you just get so absolved into it.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you're just like, wait, where? My brain was just on autopilot.
Yeah.
I've definitely know.
Oh, actually, I want to know. Okay, so I don't know what the word is, but there's a chart for if I tell you like an object, how high definition is that
Oh,
object?
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What is that chart called?
It's the apple. The apple.
The
that's the one.
the apple one. So if I tell you to think of a red apple, can you find this chart?
How detailed do you
How
think of the-
detailed is it? How detailed is the apple? If I tell you to think of a red apple,
Oh, it's like omega detailed.
Like he's an artist.
he's an artist, right?
You know what threw me off? There was you know when you fap.
Yeah.
I had some friends that were just like, they were like, I can't imagine. I need porn. I can't imagine it. And I was
I
like,
think that's a
yeah.
very common problem.
Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, what? You can't imagine like every scenario and every like situation. Like, that's crazy.
Your mental diff, actually.
Yeah, mental
so
diff.
So yeah. For me, if I think of a red apple, I see number one. I can see number one in my mind.
Yeah.
Like,
For me, I see number 2.
you see number two?
Oh, so is this accurate?
I don't know.
Why would it be like gray and black and
So-
stuff?
And
Yeah, some
Fantasia.
people don't think of like the color. They think of,
Aphantasia test.
Oh, they can't see the color?
Yeah,
no,
some
they just
people
don't think of it.
Some people can't see
They
the
can't
color,
think of it?
and some people can't think of
Anything at all.
Anything. Like
What?
you know, some people don't have an internal monologue. Like for example,
You know, some people have to watch porn. Did you? Wow.
some people actually
I know
have
that
to
threw me
watch-
off. I was like, huh?
wait. So do you all exclusively jack off to your imagination?
No, I can do both.
Do you wielding?
I can pick and choose. I have the luxury of picking and choosing.
Yeah, he could be watching and then be like, let me switch it. Closes his eyes.
Yo, sometimes it hit different. Dude.
I realize that I don't think I use my imagination that often. I'm too lazy.
Really?
I'm not trying to fucking make up a world and an OC shit.
Oh, see?
I'm just trying to beat my meat and be done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it
It's like
depends.
swiping a credit card from me. I just want to be done with it.
It depends if you want a quickie or not, you know?
Oh wait, how HD are your dreams? Like
I don't dream.
I mean, you
that's-
do.
you
do.
Okay.
You still
Okay.
remember
when
them.
you remember your
Let
dreams.
me preference this.
All right.
I barely remember my dreams. I'm like it's like a video game. I load a save file. I wake up. I'm like, oh, okay. I only remember my dreams if it's really, really bad, which is not that often.
I'm the same.
Right?
Exactly
Right.
the same. Yep.
So like I don't know, like Emily cheating on me. I'm like, what the heck, Emily? Like but like the problem is that my nightmares are like too real.
No.
Yeah.
Like
I
they're
totally
like
get that.
I can go. I think I have one nightmare where I did a whole week of college, and I woke up and I realized I have to get to class.
You lived a whole week.
A whole week of college, like going to class, going to bed, waking up.
Fucking exhausting.
Well, it only happened once in my life, but I was just like, that was the worst nightmare I've ever had. I literally
no.
lived
Yeah.
life without
Yeah.
even like
Living
doing
it.
life.
I've
Yeah,
had
living
those,
life.
Yeah.
I've had those dreams as well where I sometimes wake up more tired than when I went to bed because my brain was so active during my dreams.
Yeah,
sometimes.
right. Your brain is.
Yeah.
I feel that. You know when you're like closing your eyes and you're aware, you're like kind of awake and you're like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have that, but like definitely the worst nightmare I had was like it was like some Inception shit. It's like it was a dream of me waking up in my bed that I was actually sleeping in and
Yeah.
then keep falling asleep and then waking up again. So after a while I was like, I don't know if this is a dream or not.
Yeah, okay.
So when I finally woke up, I was like, I had to start like touching things and be like, oh shit, okay, we're good.
That is very Inception.
It was fucked. Yeah.
This is
But like,
Is this real?
but I also like have this thing where it's like I don't remember exactly what the dream was. It's like I see it really vividly, and in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try and remember this dream when I wake up.
Yeah.
And then the moment I wake up, it just fades away. The more I try to think about it, I'm
Oh,
just
no,
like,
I know that as well.
it's like, let's remember this dream. Wait, what was it again?
Right.
There are only like few dreams I end up like ever remembering. It just like,
bad
it
one.
just kind of like disappears.
Yeah, mine is always the bad one.
For some reason, I have dreams that I still remember that I had as a kid that like was so surreal that I still have this like core memory of just like, oh, this is like the first time that I've had a dream this fucking vivid. You know?
Yeah. I had a dream when I was a child where I like fell down the stairs in my house. And I think I had that dream when I was like 7 years old. And ever since then, the stairs to my house, you know how they like spiraled?
Yeah.
Yeah. I became terrified of those stairs.
Oh, so you had a reoccurring dream?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh,
where I
okay.
just like kept falling down these stairs in my house where I'm like, I know I'm not going to fall over because I go down these stairs every day of my life. But ever since I had these like recurring dreams of me falling down those stairs, I like as a kid, I would just like hesitate at the top being like, all right, hold on. Here we go.
I never had a reoccurring dream. I don't think.
I know Sydney has. Sydney got this huge fear of like lifts, elevators for like a long time.
The falling elevator dream?
Because she had the falling
Yeah.
elevator dream. And I'm sure there's like some meaning to it.
What the fuck is like a thing?
Supposedly there are like these it's like, the like there's like a reoccurring dream that a lot of people have of like their teeth falling out.
It reminds me of the underwear dream.
Yeah.
People always talk about
And
their
apparently
underwear.
there's like some kind of meaning to it.
Underwear dream?
Well, there's
oh,
also
you
the
never
dream
heard
of
that
like
one?
you standing in front of a crowd but like butt naked.
Yeah, there's always.
That's
I've had that dream.
That's
Oh, you
also a
did?
reoccurring
I've
dream.
had that
What's wrong with you
dream.
guys?
You're one of those. You're one of those.
Apparently, yeah, there are these like really common dreams, and apparently, yeah, I think it's like if you have a dream of like with your teeth falling out, it's got like has to do with some kind of like
My
anxious
dreams aren't
moment in my
realistic
life.
enough. I know they're dreams, and I'll stop. I'll
So
stop.
you can lucid dream,
Well, I know when they're not real.
right?
Really? Does
Yeah.
it look like N64 graphics to you?
Yeah, it's like all blurry.
Wait, really?
It's all blurry.
Oh,
Nothing's like clear.
wow, that's kind of neat.
But because the emotions feel real, your body like it doesn't matter. You can't like distinguish that.
So, do you have a fun time?
Sometimes I have a great time.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I always
sometimes
get
have an
jealous
awful
when
time.
people are like dreaming. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's what happened in my dream," and I'm like, "Oh man, that
Yes.
Yeah,
some-
I'm jealous of people who can like perfectly recount everything that happened in their dream.
I can do that sometimes.
is it practice? It's like practice, right?
No.
No,
I
think
thought
some
you had to
people are-
like write down like.
I think some people can just do it.
Well, it's just like it's weird because Sydney dreams every single night. I know apparently everyone dreams every single night, but
Yeah.
for me, I wake up 90% of the nights. I'm like, I don't remember like anything.
Yeah.
I'll just say
You know?
this. My favorite sleeps are when I'm like, I'm going to go to bed now. And then I immediately fall asleep and then I perfectly wake up. And then you're like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
That's the
The
best.
safe state.
Yeah.
Just like, it's literally like, there is no waking up in the middle of the night. The
Yeah.
wake up is flawless. The go to sleep is flawless.
Yeah.
It's a perfect split of sleep.
It's the JRPG sleeping in an inn type of night.
Those
And
are-
your music plays, and then it's just like you're
those
up.
sleeps are the fucking best.
Yeah,
Because
I
you're like, boom, 9 a.m. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
No time
like-
wasted.
No tiredness at all. I'm just fucking good to go. Perfectly time my alarm.
Yeah.
Everything's perfect.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
when you wake up literally 1 minute before your alarm. That's like fucking Thanos level of power when I do that. I wake up and I'm like, it's 8:55. And I look at my thing.
No, actually, you know what?
8:55.
I hate those actually.
No, I love that because I know that my body is perfectly timed it.
No,
for-
because 99 out of 100 times I do that. Like, okay, let's say I like set an alarm for like 8:30, right? And I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll be able to get plenty of sleep. And then, you go to sleep, you wake up and you're like, oh, fuck, please tell me it's like 6 a.m. And it's like 8:25. It's like,
Yeah.
oh.
No. I like that my body timed that shit for me. That's so generous.
But you're so tired, you're like, I probably have a couple of hours
I would
sleep
have
right now.
crushed it in the peasant ages, bro. I would have woke up on time every time. I would have been awake. I'd have been like, all right, 4 a.m. I'll wake up.
right.
Like, how do people wake up at 4 a.m. before if they had like an early morning? How do they do that shit? They have like a kind of, they must have had like a Looney Tunes trap to like wake them up or something.
No, it's probably like
just bored.
it's probably like a chicken,
No,
Probably-
they
probably
used to pay people to go around and fucking wake people up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they used to, in Victorian England, they used to pay people to wake people up.
But the people who needed to wake up to
Yo,
wake
how did
other
those
up,
people wake
How
up?
did those people wake up?
I think they were just night owls.
That
was his job. That was his
that was
job.
your job.
Just like me for real.
They used to go around. A couple of pints.